Good afternoon, everybody. So basically, the presentation has been made by Harshad sir. Okay, I'm just presenting. Okay, all the hard work he has done. Okay, so we'll go with the presentation. So directly to the proximal tibia, we should know the type, how we classify the proximal tibia. So we all know that there are classifications, and one of them is Schatzger, Holmore, and AO complex. Okay. So Schatzger, it gives like split with depression, pure depression, then medial condyle, bicondylar, and metadiaphyseal dissociation. Okay, so depending upon what it is, we have to plan it accordingly. But is this sufficient? So newer concept have arrived. So in that, I will tell after this. Okay, so till now we knew that. With respect to the Schatzger classification, the mechanism of injury would have been this much only. Like younger one, they will have the split fractures more, and osteoporotic, they will have split with depression. And generally, valgus 4 causes the lateral fracture, and varus 4 causes the medial fracture. Okay, and combined with some vertical compression. Okay, but the posterior part was missed generally in an anterior-posterior X-ray or lateral X-ray. If you take, you know that there is a posterior component, but you will not earlier thought about it. Okay, so the hyperflexion with varus will give posteromedial, and hyperflexion with valgus gives posterolateral condyle injuries. Okay, so what were the drawbacks? So basically, primary and secondary displacement you should understand. What is primary displacement and what is secondary displacement? So primary displacement is when you are fixing a fracture, especially kind of proximal tibia kind of situation, where you try to do the articular part first and reduce the articular part, and then you try to put the plate close to the fracture. So earlier, when there was no locking plates available, what used to happen is when you put a cortical screw distally, then you used to tumble down the whatever construct you have made. Okay, so that was primary displacement. Secondary displacement was, so somehow you have maintained it, but later when some collapse happens metaphyseal, then that loss of reduction would be happening. So that is called as secondary displacement. So these things, when there was only X-ray classification, you would know that at the end of the day you will either end up with an primary or secondary displacement. Okay, when you did not have an locking plates or anatomical plates which were there, okay, which are now there. So then this concept of 3-column came. So in that, grossly you will have a medial, lateral and posterior division. In posterior also you have posteromedial and posterolateral. Okay, so this can be in a transverse section of a CT scan. Okay, so this is how you, now you are already using the CT scan more often, but still initially you see the X-ray, assess it, and wherever required, and majority of the time you require. So wherever required, you can get the CT and classify, and then you can plan it accordingly. So when you have an articular depression with the break of the column, so only depression, this is kind of either third type of Schatzger, so that is a 0-column fracture. And then you have a split, that is usually one compartment, that is type 1 of Schatzger, that is single column. And when you have medial split, more likely that you have a double column because you have an anterior part as well as the posterior part. And when you have combination of injuries like medial, lateral and posterior, then it will become a 3-columnar. There was a concept recently has come up with a 4-column, but this is not in vogue as much. But it's a 4-column concept with 9 segment. But still it is published in injury, but it has to go through its own time test. Okay. So till now, what we are using is the 3-column concept and fixation. Okay. So even then, we should know the Schatzger and then apply the 3-column concept, and then accordingly you plan it. So in type 1 Schatzger, that is split. So there, what kind of approach or what kind of fixation you have to plan. That is, when generally you can fix with a screw, or maybe depending upon slight depression or the split is away from the main parent bone, then probably you fix with the plate and fix it. So approach would be, you have to go on the, sorry, I'll just go back, yeah. So split, you fix with the screw, I said, and if it is away from the parent bone, you try to fix with the plate. That is anterolateral approach you can plan out. And if you have an medial comminution or medial condyle is there, like a type 4 one, then probably you plan a medial approach and do it. And if it's a posterior component involved, then you do an either medial approach with, like posteromedial approach with both the component you can address, posteriorly as well as medially. And if you have a posterolateral component, then probably you do a kind of Frosch approach where anteriorly you can deal with the anterolateral component, anterolateral fragment, and then posterolateral fragment will be dealt with the posterior part. So these all based on the column concept, the 3-column concept. Okay, this 4-column has to come into vogue yet, and any modification in future that we have to understand. Okay, basically the ligamentous part and the meniscus and the avulsions of the ACLs and PCLs. So grossly, you have to understand the anatomy of the tibia. Okay, majorly everybody knows it. The medial condyle is articular surface is slightly concave shape and is larger in both length as well as the width than the lateral condyle, and which lateral condyle is slightly convex in shape. So depending upon that, whenever you reduce a fracture, you should know that these are the criteria where the medial and lateral components are like that. Okay. And then clinical scenario. So in clinical scenario, when to operate. So this is a difficult task. So if similar kind of situation arises, then whether to go immediately or later, that has to be taken a decision. Okay. So there are 2 types of blister you can see in this picture. Okay. So one is little reddish, one is little like non-bloody. Okay. So but still here, if you go and intervene, then you will end up with the skin complications. Okay. If you don't, then probably you are trying to give a breathing space for the tissues, and then probably you are managing. Okay. So if you go and fix, or if you go and operate this, what happens? So you will end up with something like this in a skin issues and other things. You may get away, you may not. So depends on the situation. Okay. And if you have similar kind of situation where you try to initially span it with some external fixator, or maybe you keep it in a splint for a few days and observe how the swelling is progressing, then probably you will have a better result. Okay. Similar kind of situation where the spanning external fixator has been applied, and so this taking decision would be a important. Okay. And positions for different approaches. So either you can, in posterior condyles, you can go for posterior approach, and regular anterolateral and even medial and posteromedial you can manage with the supine. Initially, if you are considering the posterior, medial and posteromedial, you can keep it supine or a figure of 4 and then do the medial part, and then once again you can put them on the bolster and do the lateral part. But if there is posterior, then you have to go posterior. Okay. So this is the second position. And grossly approaches. Okay. So anterolateral, what all things you can do? So lateral split with depression, bicondylar, and metadiaphyseal dissociation. Okay. And medial and posteromedial, you can do anteromedial as well as posteromedial part. And for the posterolateral Frosch approach, you can do posterolateral as well as anterolateral component. And posterior prone, whenever you are considering posteromedial and posterolateral fixation, posterolateral can be managed by Frosch, but medial mainly. Okay, if you want to do it, then you can do this. So actually this presentation has elaborative in each approaches. He has given the cases. Basically it is done by Dr. Harshad sir, but I am holding on to it until this. Okay, so I have given an idea how we have to approach the thing. Okay, and thank you.